What's up, guys? Jeff Cavalier, ATHLEAN-X.com. The muscle marker's back. For those that have been asking for it, my own markers comment on my videos and ask for them. Well, they're here, and today I'm going to show you the best way to hit your rear delts, to train them and build them with just one exercise. And it all revolves around the anatomy of the rear delt and how it actually works. That's why the muscle marker's out. And thankfully, I didn't have to draw this. I got a little help from Jesse. But when we see people train the rear delts, we see them all the time do this reverse fly, right? And they're doing what this is called horizontal abduction, moving the arm back this way. The thing is, that is not necessarily the best way to train the rear delts. You don't even get maximum shortening of the rear delt that way. You're better off getting this movement, which is transverse extension. In other words, extension of the arm back behind the body in this plane, like that. Now, look at the difference. I'll go through it again. When I do a reverse fly, you can see a certain level of shortening of that muscle, right? From here back to there. Now, when I come up, if I do transverse extension instead, here, you can see that that muscle is shortened more substantially. Now, why is that? Well, we're also getting this little rotation of the arm into external rotation. I'm going to tell you why that's a really important point, but more importantly, I'm going to show you how to do it with one exercise. When you come over here, you can take a lighter dumbbell. And I stress lighter because when you train directly your rear delt, do it on shoulder day. And make sure you do it, because we all know we go there and bang out our front raises, we press, we do side raises, and then we kind of leave the gym and forget about the rear delts, because who the hell cares? We can't see them anyway. Well, we do care, and we want to see them. So what we can do is we grab one of the lighter dumbbells, we lean forward here on the rack, or you could do it on a bench, but I like to be a little bit more upright for this. But we have to get bent over so that we can actually work against gravity and target this muscle. Now what we do is we do a high raise here, right? We're leading with the elbow. You can see the angle of it away from the body. It's not here. It's up, and that's a key thing. It's up, and as we come up, we're going to supinate the forearm here, but really what we're trying to do is externally rotate the shoulder. So we get up to the top, and we lift, and we pull, and we squeeze. And right there, I'm telling you, if you never did this exercise, you're going to feel one of the most intense cramps in that rear delt specifically, because you're hitting it better than you ever have before. Why? Because that external rotation is a component motion of the rear delt. It helps you to externally rotate. It assists the rotator cuff muscles to externally rotate here. So what we do is we're driving up into extension as far back as we can. Get that elbow back behind the body, but square up. If you look here, Jesse, I got a square torso here. I'm not cheating it. This stays square so that I know I'm getting extension behind my body, which again is the number one key motion for this muscle to hit it. Not this, not out to the side, back behind you. And if we lift up and pull the elbow and drive it back behind us while we turn into external rotation, now we can train that muscle. And again, I'm using just 10 pounds here, and I am lighting up that rear delt. So now, what is another lesson that comes from this? Another lesson is we can hit this on back day even more. So if it is a lagging area for you, and you want to accumulate more volume in this area, especially doing it on back day lets us have more heavy volume directed at this area. So how do you do that? Well, if you're doing a lat pull down, say, and you're doing all your sets in this fashion here with the elbows kind of heading down to train your lats, right? Well, on the last set, what you could do is just lean back just a bit and then let the elbow travel back, okay? So it's traveling in the same way, this way, as I just was doing on that other exercise there. So by leaning back just a little bit, I can use heavier weights like I normally would on a lat pull down, go back that way, and really train it. Now, if I got underneath here, this way, I'm getting more external rotation in the shoulders. And again, I can do the same thing and really target up in that rear delt. Okay? With again, heavier weight in a separate day of the week that I'm training that will allow me to have more volume. And the same thing here, I could do a one arm row. Again, this is with more weight in my hand. And the thing is, instead of keeping the elbow tucked for all your sets, because that's going to more effectively hit the lats, which we've covered before, I want that elbow to drift. And when it drifts out to the side, again, I lift and I turn, I lift and I turn just a little bit more like that, which gives me the opportunity to hit that rear delt. One other final example, you probably felt this. If you ever did a seated row, if you do a seated row and you're doing them all with a close grip handle, you probably don't feel much rear delt soreness the next day. But if you ever do it with a straight bar and you come up to the top and you're doing straight bar rows, you are getting exactly that elevated position of the elbow and drilling that posterior delt intensely so you will feel it the next day. So guys, that is how you hit your rear delts. Now, I've given you other exercises too, the W raise, things like that incorporate external rotation into it, but some people don't necessarily even have that level of strength in the rotator cuff to do it. Here, all you need to do is follow what I said. Do this with that smaller dumbbell, that lighter weight, with a more focused contraction on shoulder training day or when you do train your shoulders. And then on back day or pull day, start loading up a little bit more and incorporate some additional sets the way I showed you. All right, guys, stop ignoring the rear delt. It matters just as much as all the other ones, and it balances out your physique. And we never overlook anything here with ATHLEAN-X. That is the key, and I certainly don't do it in any of our programs either, because all these muscles are important. They all have a role, and they all function to keep your whole body healthy. Head to ATHLEAN-X.com right now. Get one of our programs. Use the program selector beneath this video, and you'll be able to pick the program that's best suited to your current goals. All of them, though, will follow the same principle where we always try to put the science back in what we do so that you understand it better and know how and why you're doing what you're doing. All right, guys, we'll be back here again soon. Leave your comments and thumbs up. Let me know what you want me to cover in a future video, and I'll do my best to do that for you in the days and weeks ahead. See ya.